darling souls, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to actually take on something quite ambitious, especially for my channel just starting. We are going to look into a month by month breakdown of your 2025. So I have 3 piles here pre-selected for you guys. And then we have crystals if you prefer to pick by crystals. The first crystal here is polished amethyst. The second is raw rose quartz. Try saying that 3 times fast. And clear quartz here at the end. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a month by month breakdown, pull some clarification if we need to, and then pull some advice cards at the end. So yeah, you might be drawn to 1 pile, 2 piles, or all 3 piles. I mean, I haven't even done the reading yet, so we will see. So go ahead and pick your pile, however magic you use to pick your pile. And if you need to pause the video, you can go ahead and do that. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1 with the amethyst. Hey, pile number 1. If you picked the amethyst crystal, this is your pile. So let's see what is your main card for the year of 2025, and then we're going to do a month by month breakdown. Okay, so your main focus for the entire year is the 4 of Swords. All right, so you guys could be coming out of a workaholic mindset is kind of what I'm getting. I'm really getting a focus here on mental and even spiritual health here. The girl is meditating, and she, if you look here, she has like, it's almost like stars or like, you know, like these little beams of light in her hand. So you guys could be Reiki healers, and you guys could be focusing on doing Reiki healing for others or doing it for yourself. Maybe you're hiring a professional to maybe work on certain chakra areas that you know might need healing. Or maybe just trying to align all of your chakras. I just saw an image here of somebody getting into sound meditation is what I just visualized. You guys could also be kind of getting into music therapy. Also, just kind of random message there. You guys could also be working with cycles of the moon here with that huge moon in the background. Maybe you guys are just kind of focusing on going to sleep early, maybe waking up early, if that's your thing. Or, you know, maybe you're looking into sleeping in late, if anything, because for some people that is a treat to yourself, you know, like waking up late, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're an early morning riser, or if you're somebody who prefers to sleep in a little later, then, you know, society tells us that we have to. That's fine. You know what I mean? Either whatever works for you, that's going to bring you the most peace and rest and relaxation is what works for you. And I think it's funny because I shuffled the cards, and then, you know, I picked 1 card for each pile, and then I just kind of had spirit lead me to whatever crystal, you know, would be for each pile. And you got the amethyst. So the amethyst is really good for, you know, third eye activation. So you guys could be focusing on activating your third eye. The amethyst crystal is also good for letting go of past habits and past addictions. So you guys could be maybe trying to let go of past addictions, past habits, focusing more on your health, like I had said before. You guys could also be, what was, God, there was something else that had came up. It'll come to me when we probably get into your reading here. So let's go ahead and do a month by month breakdown. Okay. Yeah, so I did say you guys could be working working on trying to get out of a overworked kind of mood, or overworked energy, which is very interesting that these are the first two cards that came up for you guys. The Empress, beautiful. Five of Cups. Oh, the Tower. King of Pentacles. The Sun. Five of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Two of Wands. And in December, Ace of Pentacles. So beautiful, you guys, beautiful. And on the bottom of the deck, we got the Page of Cups, which is a very sweet energy. So you guys could be focusing more on the home or home life. That's another message that I was getting. Or maybe staying home a little bit more often with the Four of Swords. So let's go ahead and get into that month by month breakdown for you guys, okay? So for the month of January, we have the High Priestess in reverse here. So I feel like I said, you guys are going to be working on your third eye, and probably tuning more into your intuition. That was actually what I was trying to say earlier, but my mind had drew a blank. Like working more on tuning into your intuition, because at the start of the year, there is some type of inner knowing, or maybe something that's just kind of nagging at you, is really how I'm seeing the situation. But you're choosing to ignore your intuition for whatever reason. And, sometimes, I can't stand how sometimes in the spiritual community, sometimes people are just like, oh, well, follow your intuition and do the thing. And sometimes there are other factors that play into it that can make situations a little bit more difficult and more complicated than, it may initially seem, So you may be going against your intuition because there might be more practical, logical things that are keeping you from going forward. Here in the month of February, we have the Ten of Wands here, and excuse the nails, y'all. You have the Ten of Wands here, so like I said, you guys seem to be really overworked and overstressed. So whatever it is that is just kind of weighing on your spirit, doesn't seem to be letting up, honestly, in the month of February. I hope you guys appreciate that I am being honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat my readings. It's better to have that information at hand so that you can take the appropriate steps moving forward, and prepare for it. That's the whole purpose that I think is tarot is for. Okay, so having that information on hand so that you can make the proper steps and everything to prepare for the situation. So yeah, February doesn't look like anything's really kind of like letting up or anything like that. You feel like you probably have the world on your shoulders. And speaking of which, the Empress. Oh, I just got this message. Choose yourself. Okay. So you guys could be, making that decision in March to take care of yourselves. That's so crazy because there is that visualization, and I swear to you, I think this was one of my first tarot decks that I have ever purchased, and I promise you, I never noticed how the moon has like these little white dots, and they come here and they circle around, the world like this, and then you have like these little fishies and stuff like that. So you guys could be, and it looks like these are like what, like vines or something, like her bracelet is made out of something natural, so you guys could be looking into, eating healthier. There's so many messages that's coming up for this Empress card alone. Oh my God. Let me count the ways, because I'm getting a huge shift for you in March. I think that's probably going to be a really pivotal month for you. March and May, but we'll get to May when we get there. Okay. So yeah, with this Empress, yeah, you guys could be working with your moon cycles, or with your womanly cycle. If you have the ability to menstruate, there's something about the moon cycles kind of syncing up more with your actual menstruation cycle, and you're using this to your benefit. I'm also getting, maybe some of you guys might be volunteering to help do planetary or like conservational type of work as well. Yeah, and I also was getting that message heavy that you guys are looking to get healthier, and take care of your body, because there's this emphasis here on the body and like the physical aspect of taking care of it. She looks to be pretty in shape to me. Most of them do, but I don't know. There is the emphasis on the body because she is without clothing. Nothing inappropriate, okay, YouTube? So please don't take down my video. There's nothing inappropriate about, she's properly covered up, but there is this emphasis on the body and taking care of the body. So maybe some of you guys could be working out too as well. And here for, what is it? March, April. Sorry. So here on April, you guys have the Five of Cups. So you guys seem to be lamenting something, and it really kind of feels like something from the past, or maybe there is like an old way of doing something that you guys are used to doing, and it's something kind of like bittersweet. So maybe, you're missing out on something. I'm going to roll a dice here just to kind of get clarification on what it is that you guys are missing or lamenting. Ooh, 7. So this is the house of partnerships. So yeah, so you guys could be lamenting some type of past relationship and maybe looking on the past, maybe missing somebody. It could be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be familial. Take it as it resonates. But you guys are kind of looking back to the past and maybe kind of feeling like some type of regret or remorse. And then here in May, we have the Tower. Now, let's look at the good and the bad of the Tower, okay? Because I think the Tower card can be one of the more frightening cards to get in any reading. Because I don't know, I heard a lot of people are scared of the Death card, which I don't know. For me, I feel like the Death card is a great card to get because, you know, endings bring new beginnings, etc., etc. However, the Tower is a complete, total breakdown of things that have not been built on a solid foundation. So maybe you guys could be getting ready to, maybe you know that this is coming, and so you're kind of maybe preemptively mourning what is to come. So that's where that Tower comes in. And it could be something that you brought on, or it could be something that is brought on externally. Okay, so I don't feel the need to clarify too much on this because I really kind of feel like it's going to be something different for each and every one of you. We did get that message in the month of April that there is something going on with some type of romantic relationship that does seem to be breaking down. However, if it's not built on a solid foundation, you know, say for example, you're like, oh, this person's sexy, and they're like, oh, you're sexy too, and like that is the foundation of your relationship. You know, I'm sorry, but it's just not one that's sturdy, you know, because then there are going to be emotional attachments that's formed, and that's not always going to be like the healthiest, you know, purpose for a relationship. It's not going to be the healthiest of motivators. Okay, but coming into oh my god, April, May, June, my goodness, I should have a calendar in front of me because I swear to God. But coming up in June, like we have the King of Pentacles. So whatever is breaking down here in this month of goodness gracious, May, it seems to kind of be working out for you because I'm getting here in the King of Pentacles. Either you're getting some type of payout for something, you know, like let's, for example, say, this is just an example, okay? It's a divorce that's coming up, okay? That King of Pentacles is saying that there is a huge settlement or a huge agreement or financial agreement that is going to come out and work to your benefit, and you're going to be sitting pretty. At least, you know, at least by the end of June, you know. I got it right this time, you guys. At least by the end of June, you'll be sitting pretty. And then for some of you others, what? For others of you, there we go. I speak English very well. For the rest of you, yeah, it could be somebody who is financially stable that is going to come into your life on this month of June. And I mean, I don't know. I think summer's a great month to just kind of, you know, start something romantic. For me, May. You know, May is a beautiful, like, springtime, and, you know, the weather's starting to get warmer and stuff like that. So, like, I like, you know, so I think there's probably some kind of transition here where maybe somebody, or maybe even like a father figure, goodness, that just came into my mind. Maybe even some type of fatherly figure or something like that comes in to help you the month of June, okay? And then here in July, I'm really getting like, oh my goodness, this is, so it's funny because you have one of the most alarming cards to get in the spread, and then, you know, not too long after, you have the happiest card to come up in a spread, you know? So, like, by July, and it's funny because July, I believe, is the summer solstice, July 21st. So, that's going to be the hottest day of the year. So, I really kind of get that you are kind of going outside more and maybe enjoying the warmer weather. This King of Pentacles could also be, you know, bringing in some happiness and bringing in some satisfaction into your life. But I really get kind of like a childlike energy here of just kind of like being light and free and fun, um, you know, for that month of July. And then for the month of August, again, ironically, you know, you have that dichotomy of like um happy to not so happy, right? Because in that Five of Pentacles, you know, maybe you're feeling left out of something. Um, what could this Five of Pentacles be? Let me get it clarified. Or roll a dice. What are you feeling left out in the cold for? Or maybe, let's see. 3. So the House of Communication, and it actually speaks to siblings as well. So I am kind of getting this, maybe there is some type of situation with family, maybe you feel kind of left out of. Maybe you feel like your family might not have been as supportive as they could have been when you were kind of going through some of your darker moments, and you wish that they would have helped you more in your time of need if they did not. Or maybe one person did, and like maybe somebody who you thought would have helped you didn't. Isn't that funny how that works though? Like when we're in a situation and the people who we think would help us don't, and then you have these random people who are more than willing to help you when these people who are closer to you, you know, don't. So maybe there's something with that. Maybe you have tried to communicate or open the lines of communication with somebody, and they might have, let's be honest, they might have ghosted you in some type of way. So there's some type of breakdown in communication here in the month of August that happens, that does leave you kind of feeling left out, okay? And then here in September, we have the Three of Cups, and this is my card for community, okay, or a sense of camaraderie. So you could be leaning on, you know, friends here, more like friendships, and maybe I feel like it's small though, if I'm being honest. It doesn't feel like that gregarious because um yeah, I don't know why. Just kind of intuitively, I get that it is closer friends and families, and it's really funny because like the 3 number came out for your month of August, and it's now again showing up for your month of September. So yeah, so that's why I'm kind of getting that sense of like a smaller, closer, more tight-knit community. So I'm really kind of getting that they might be consoling you and maybe trying to kind of pull you out of, and you know, you take it as it resonates. I'm kind of feeling like a little bit of a temporarily depressive state. Okay. The Four of Pentacles, you know, you're, again, I feel like it kind of relates to your original card here with the Four of Swords. I really feel like you are concerned with conserving your energy. For some of you guys could be, might have experienced some type of financial loss there in the month of August, and you're looking to save your money here in the month of October with that Four of Pentacles. However, I'm getting a little bit of a conserve your energy type of thing. But for those of you who have who did experience a financial loss, you might be looking to kind of count your pennies a little bit more in October and looking to conserve your coins basically in October. So for November, we have the Two of Wands. So maybe some of you guys could be planning a trip with this world card. I'm not world card, or maybe the world card. I mean, that came out. Maybe it was a type of Freudian slip. So maybe you guys could be thinking to take a trip overseas or something like that. But with this little globe here, and then there's a van that, if any of you guys have seen any 70s movies or 70s themed movies, you know that this is like the travel van for that time era, okay? And I mean, that thing must have really been through some things, okay? So it's giving like a trip kind of far, if I'm being honest. If you guys are planning a trip, it could be something that's overseas, and I'm really seeing that it's something overseas. I don't see that it's something that's going to be, you know, very close. For some of you it might be. You know, I try to kind of cover the grounds for as many people as possible. However, for the majority of you, I feel like it is going to be something that's overseas. You guys could be setting down the blueprint for something. Because here in the final card in the month of December, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So it feels like this could be planned here. So you guys are making some type of plan. Maybe you guys are... I just got applying to maybe some type of grant or something like that, or maybe submitting some type of application to kind of get some type of financial income, or maybe submitting applications for different jobs and everything like that, because in the month of December, it looks like your plans and everything that you had put into place does work out for the month of December, which is a beautiful card to really end on, okay? So that is quite the reading for you guys, quite the year. I hope that you guys come back, save this video, and come back to let me know how some of this worked out or didn't work out for you, okay? So let's get some Goddess Guidance Oracle cards for you guys. We're going to pull 3 cards. For you. Okay, so we have Ma'at, fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So yeah, I do kind of feel like the cosmic scales of balance is kind of coming into play here, because it's funny because you kind of were super worried about something here in the beginning, and it seems like it kind of like works out. Like you have your highs and lows, but you end on a really good note here at the end. Then we have true love, Guinevere. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So I was getting that message of love with the King of Pentacles. So yeah, take that as it resonates, but some of you guys could be finding a lot of love and family, you know, as well as some friendships here with that 3 of Cups. And then we have Amy. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action, which you guys do end up doing at the end of the year. And on the bottom of the deck, oh, I love to see it, we have Lakshmi, bright future. Oh my god, this is like, oh my god, I'm just this is such a happy card to end on. I'm so happy to see that. Bright future. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Beautiful, beautiful reading. All right, pile number 1. So that is your month-by-month breakdown for the year of 2025. Leave a like, comment, share, the video. Better yet, subscribe to my channel for more content. All right. So yeah, once we get to a certain amount, I want you guys to like talk your hearts out in the comments, okay? Because people are like afraid to trauma dump in other comment sections. I want you guys to trauma dump in mine. Trauma dump. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going through your mind. What's your situation? Because it touches me on a different level to know how my readings affect other people. I don't think you guys understand. It gives me such a deep satisfaction. So I really want to hear from you guys down in the comment section. But otherwise, I will talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye. Hi, pile number 2. If you picked the raw rose quartz, this is your reading. So I had mistakenly flipped the card over before I hit record, and as you can see, your card is the Knight of Wands, and this is nice. I almost hear like jungle music. You know, with these leaves here and like the staff, him, you know, with the mountains and everything like that. So you guys could be going on some type of tropical vacation or something like that, trying to get out of the cold. Or maybe you guys are kind of imagining that you are going to be doing that, because I mean, or maybe you guys have like kind of like a longing. But to tell you the truth, like what I'm getting is travel. The Knight of Wands is a wand of movement. You know, he is the second fastest knight in the deck, and I'm really getting kind of like warmer weather, and that you guys are looking to kind of travel to warmer weather. And by warmer, it doesn't have to necessarily be tropical, but definitely warmer than maybe where you originally are coming from, or maybe you live in warmer weather. But yeah, and honestly, it's really funny because this raw rose quartz, if you don't already know, rose quartz is the crystal for love. So you guys could be having some type of passionate suitor that's coming your way. Ooh la la, I love to see it. And the fact that it's coming out as the major significator for your year says that this person is going to be quite important to you, you know? So that's actually really, really nice. I love to see that. Just a word of caution though, however, the Knight of Wands can be one that is motivated by passion. So while that's a good thing, because you don't want anybody to be lackluster, right? You don't want any half-assed approaches or, you know, effort. We kind of have to be mindful of the fact that, you know, or just kind of be mindful of where the emotion or maybe like the sentiment is in this person. That's for those of you who even care about that. Because yeah, I don't know how you resonate or relate to that, but yeah. Or maybe you are the person who's being passionate and kind of following your own passions as well. So it could be romantic, or it could be something that really stirs the passion in you, because kind of like intuitively, I'm kind of getting a little bit of an Ace of Wands vibe here. I'll be very interested to see your month by month breakdown. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ace of Wands does come up at some point in your reading, because I am getting here that there is some type of passionate new beginning that is in your life, that you're kind of taking that step forward in, because it's the same person from here to here. Let me hold it up for you to see. It's the same person, you know? So he almost like teleports, you know, from here to there. Oh, so I just heard Andre 3000. I'll teleport from here to there. You show me how it's supposed to be done. I'll show you how to have great fun. What song is that from? I think Pink and Blue, from his Pink and Blue album. I'm a huge Andre 3000 fan, you guys. I know I'm aging myself right there, but that was my boyfriend in my head back in the day. So you guys could be maybe even meeting somebody famous. So because that just totally randomly came into my head. Yeah, so that's quite the message for you guys. My group number twos are always like so interesting. So let's see what your month by month breakdown is going to be. I'm very interested to see what you guys, what's going on with you guys. Let's give a nice little shuffle here for your cards and let's see what's going on. Why am I feel such a good energy though, if I'm being honest, like, I feel so energized. So you guys could be getting like an increase in your energy. Oh God, there was a whole bunch of cards that came out and I don't know which order, so I'm just going to put them back. It's funny because I saw the Six of Wands too, which alludes to that. Meeting someone famous. Or maybe somebody that you admire a lot. So for the first card, we have the Page of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Five of Pentacles. The Tower. And you know what? The Tower came up in the last reading as well. So you guys may have been drawn to the last reading or to pile number one. The Five of Cups, the Two of Cups. Oh, that's nice. I love it. Ace of Cups, the Empress. Shut up. Oh my God, I just got chills. I just got chills. Oh my God. That I love it. Three of Wands. Two of Wands. Yeah, again, the Two of Wands came out in this exact position for the month of November. So it might be something that is collective. And the Page of Pentacles. Oh my God. I'm so happy. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. Ooh. Let me tell you something. I'm so happy. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Okay. So let me just get out of my feelings. All right. So for the month of January, we have the Page of Cups reversed. Okay. So honestly, for me, it's giving some type of situation where maybe there was some type of creative pursuit or something maybe that might not have worked out to your favor. Spirit is kind of telling me that you are just kind of like being redirected. Maybe there was something originally that that you kind of wanted to pursue or something like that, but it really wasn't something that would have worked out to your highest good with the way that he's looking up right now. And then like it's kind of upside down. That's just kind of intuitively what I'm getting. Or maybe there could have been some type of romantic interest or something like that, that didn't work out. But the fact that it's a Page of Cups, it's telling me that unfortunately it was something that was just kind of like small and wasn't very impactful or very important in your life, because like here in the month of February, you're getting like some type of clarity. So maybe you could be getting some type of information or something like that, at least by the end of the month, that, might have something to do with that Page of Cups in reverse, or it could have something to do with something else entirely. I just got the message that you guys could be getting some type of information about school or something like that, or maybe you just have some type of new idea, maybe to start some type of something for like education or like higher learning, because the fact that it's in her mind and she's like you know, and you see like there's like a light beam kind of going into her head. It's kind of giving an information of like higher learning, you know, and there's like these math symbols here on the bottom. And then, you know, I don't know, and then the crow is something about like information or something like that. Or maybe you guys could be looking into doing like higher learning for spiritual reasons, or something along those lines. And here in March, which seems to kind of be a little bit of a collective thing, like I said, because March and May, that time frame from March to May, I'm telling you, it is something, there's something collectively going on there. Check out the last pile if you have the chance. Like it's funny because it's very similar to that. Oh, wow. So, okay, so I was rolling the dice to just kind of get a clarification on what the Five of Pentacles would be, and we got 4. So maybe there's something in the home, or maybe there's some type of financial loss or something like that that's going on. Maybe you guys just kind of feel a little bit weighed down. It's a little bit of a different energy, if I'm being honest, than the Five of Pentacles in the last reading. I feel like you guys might just kind of be feeling a little bit weighed down by bills. Or maybe you guys get some type of unexpected charge on your account or something along those lines. And then when we move into April, in a weird way, I'm getting a little bit of a sense of like identity theft, with the, you know, sequence of cards here. So I think you guys might want to look into changing your passwords or something along those lines, because I'm getting like a feeling of like a leakage of information or something like that along those lines, or some type of fraudulent activity that might be going on with your financial account, or some of your finances or something along those lines. So just double check your account. If you've been using the same password for the last 10 years, maybe look into changing that password, and then keeping like a little file or something like that in your notes on your phone and your notes app on your phone, just to kind of like keep track of your passwords and change it as you see fit. Because I'm getting something here with the Tower that has to do with finances, if I'm being honest. Okay, again, with the way that it's in juxtaposition to the Five of Pentacles here, there is something that is going to come out about some of your finances or something along those lines, that you just need to be wary of or just be mindful of, okay? And then in the month of May, we have the Five of Cups. So yeah, so you guys could be kind of looking to the past, or maybe mourning some type of loss. Honestly, that time frame from March to May does seem like it's all related to the same thing. So it seems like there is something that kind of starts in like maybe towards the end of February, and it lasts up until May. We can just kind of get a clarifier for the Five of Cups and see, what are you lamenting? What is that, a 1? Okay, 1. All right, which is the House of Appearances. So yeah, so there could be maybe some type of financial loss, and then, you know, you have to kind of like maybe downgrade on certain things, and maybe you're somewhat concerned about how it comes off to others, okay? And maybe you're mourning that, which is very interesting to see that it came out like that, okay? However, things are looking up, okay? Because in the summer, in June, we have the Two of Cups, all right? So you guys, like, it could be, you know, that you guys are finding some type of new romantic interest, if, like, let's be clear, because all the cards that came after it shows that this is going to be a really big focus here. And on top of that, you have the Knight of Wands, which was your card to signify your whole 2025, okay? And the fact that you guys have this and then you have the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck does show that you guys are going to be moving out of, you know, a little bit of a lack mindset or a poverty mindset into something that's going to be really beautiful, really spiritual. I just heard. Yeah, because the Wands is a very spiritual suit as well. The Wands are ruled by spirit. So this could be somebody who is spiritual. And we did talk about how he teleported, right? And even Andre 3000, if you know anything about him, he's somebody who is quite spiritual himself, you know, like he speaks on like deep profound topics on his self. So I mean, that's wonderful. I'm just kind of like marinating on that for a little bit, but that's beautiful. And here in the month of July, we have the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful. I love to see it. So yeah, so I feel like there's that opening right there in the heart space. You know, it's really like expanding, and it's just really kind of becoming beautiful here. We can kind of like see that progression, you know, because it's like the Two of Cups and it's opening up your heart space. Then we have the Empress energy, and like I'm really kind of getting like this sense of like healing, you know, of heart healing, especially in the heart chakra right there. I feel like I can feel it. Just, you know, just kind of like loving on yourself, working out of that poverty mindset. And, you know, maybe even here in the month here, it did talk about appearances. So maybe you guys might be looking at yourselves in the mirror and not liking what you see, if I'm being honest. But it seems like this person who is coming into your life, they seem to really appreciate what they see, okay? They seem to really like what you see. And it seems like things really progress very quickly, because we did talk about how Knight of Wands is a quick moving knight himself. So it seems to be very passionate. You seem to be really into the passion, you know, because that Empress energy, you know, you're loving on yourself with the Ace of Cups, and this person is like really complimenting you. I mean, this is like one of the most sexiest lovers card. Because look how she's pulling his hair and pulling him close to her, right? And like he's just like loving it. You see that smirk on his face? It's like, yeah, I got you, don't I? And she's like, yeah, do with me what you want. So it's really funny because the Lovers is ruled by Gemini. However, do you see that like bow and arrow on her arm? It's making me think of Sagittarius, if I'm being honest. So I wonder if you have Sagittarius placements, or the person who you'll be meeting in 2025 has Sagittarius and is a Sagittarius, or, you know, one or both of you could have ninth house stellium in your chart as well. And it's really funny that I even talk about Sagittarius. Again, I'm giving myself goosebumps here. I'm giving myself goosebumps. I wish you could see it on the camera. Like, can you see? I don't know. But here, Three of Wands, like, if that's not saying travel, again, with the Two of Wands here, you know, you guys might be planning some type of trip, or maybe putting your money into some type of investment. It's hard not to read your spread like in a more collective way. Oh, you see that light beam? Oh my God, let me tell you, that light beam was not in the other reading. How funny. So Spirit seems to be really shining on you guys for your 2025. I think your reading is so beautiful, pile number 2. I just have to say that. And like, you know how, okay, let me not say that. That's probably not very nice, but yeah, I hope you feel that I'm being authentic here, but because this is like a beautiful reading and it's hard not to read your cards kind of like collectively. The last pile, it was easy to kind of like go through each month individually, but you guys seem to be having chunks of time frames, where certain things are happening. So, for the last 3 months, it looks like you guys, you know what? Let me say that it could be a type of solo venture, because I want to focus on you, but it's hard to focus on you without bringing in this other person. And, you know, let's not ignore the fact that the lovers is a union that is divinely supported. All right, because if you guys know anything about the original lovers card in the original Rider-Waite deck, I'll see if I could find it for you just to kind of like show an example. In the original Rider-Waite deck, the lovers card, it's a man and a woman, and okay, like gender is not that important here, but the original deck does show a man and a woman, and overseeing the man and the woman is an angel, and I think it's Archangel Raphael, who is the angel of healing and the angel who oversees the heart space. So here is the original card. Let me be careful for I guess, like, YouTube can be kind of funny about these things. Whoops. Wardrobe malfunction. So this is the original card, and as you can see, it's a woman and a man. He's looking at her and she's looking up at the angel, because she's the only one who can actually see it. So this is something that maybe you guys might have prayed for, and I'm getting the sense here that maybe you kind of manifested it. So maybe that's that Five of Cups energy that's back in May. You guys could be kind of feeling like, okay, well, this Page of Cups in reverse, it wasn't the real deal. God, can you send me the real deal? And like maybe even making like a list of exactly what it is that you wanted, and boom, you get exactly what you wanted. All right. So, yeah, so at the end of the year here, I'm seeing that there's less of a focus on love. Despite the fact that the Lovers is here, I see that, we've already solidified this relationship, and we are kind of getting focused on our own pursuits, because we get the end here with the Page of Pentacles. So you guys could be starting on a new project, which is funny because I did kind of talk about like a creative project at the beginning of the year that might not have worked out. So you guys are getting into a type of new project by the end of the year, and it does seem to actually work out for your benefit, and it could be something that you actually get to monetize. All right, so for your advice card, we get Ixchel. I'm very sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. If there's anybody who's able to help me with the pronunciation, please help your girl out. We have Medicine Woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. And yeah, I was getting that, you guys are really kind of like focusing on healing your heart space. Yeah, again, like I said, you guys could have been drawn to the last pile because the last pile did have something about healing as well. Or it could just be a collective energy in general. All right, so I see that you guys could be working with herbalism. honestly, with that card over the months, and maybe kind of perfecting on that, which is around a message that I'm getting. But yeah, I get also the way that you guys were able to manifest this person into your life is nothing to sneeze at either. Okay, so you guys are powerful healers, and even healers for yourselves as well. See, this is it's so crazy. So Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Okay, so that is a message that I personally always get with that Empress. Just kind of a focus on your physical health, and a new message that I just discovered today is the message of having your cycles sync up with the cycles of the moon as well, because and I'll show you guys in this pile as well, because if you can see the way the moon is connected to her body here, and she has the whole world in her stomach. Basically, it looks like the earth. So yeah, so just kind of like getting into like herbalisms, or maybe even a more natural way of eating. You guys could be cutting out meat from your diet, or maybe dairy, maybe kind of going vegan or vegetarian. Pescatarian is another one that I heard, because of the little fishies here on the Empress card. Your next card is bold. Isn't that right? Bold. We did talk about the Knight of Wands being bold, right? So bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Ooh. Yeah, so you guys, could be the initiator for all of this, especially with it coming out over the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands, maybe there's some place that you've always kind of wanted to go. And it seems like at least by the end of the year, you guys are going there, and I love to see it. Yes, take matters into your own hand. And oh my God, on the bottom of the deck, we have Dana, High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So yeah, so we were getting that message of like higher learning and everything like that. But this is like goddess energy. You guys are really kind of giving me personally goddess energy. And, this is gender neutral. However, let's be honest, it is mostly women who watch these types of readings. However, if you are a divine masculine, welcome. You are more than welcome here. But a High Priestess, the way that you guys were able to manifest some of the stuff in your life, like I said, there's nothing to sneeze at. You guys are really powerful. And if, you have some type of gift or something like that, you might be monetizing on it by the end of this year. Possibly, or maybe you're just harnessing it for yourself. But honestly, I really feel like it's something that you might want to teach the rest of us. Share your gift, come on, help a sister out. Like, we want to know, baby, how did you get this? Like, help us out. So this is a beautiful reading. I love your energy, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. Like, share the video, comment down below in the comment section, and even better yet, subscribe. And don't be afraid to share your stories, because I've seen other comments where they're like, oh, I don't like when people trauma dump. No, trauma dump. I want you to trauma dump. I want to hear some of your experiences, because I'm very big on that. Like, what's the point? Because on YouTube, for the most part, we don't see your identity. So you might as well go ahead and get it all out anyway. Yeah, and if anybody has anything smart or slick to say, like, I'm sorry, I'll delete your comment. Yeah, so go ahead. Share some of your experiences. Look at how the sun is shining on your reading. And did you see how it just shifted? you should go back and watch and see how it shifted. It very interesting. I saw it on the camera. I was looking at the camera, but anyway, yeah, share your experiences. Please let me know how this resonates. Save the video and come back at a later date so I could know how it resonated, or you can see how some of the situations change, because maybe by giving you this information, maybe some of this doesn't happen right here. All right. So, yeah, let me know how it resonates, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Last but not least, we have for you your clear quartz. And I went ahead and flipped over your card prematurely, which I mistakenly did in the last pile. I'm sorry. But he's been exposed. We have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles did come up in pile number 1. So you might have been drawn to pile number 1. If not, that's okay. But if you were drawn to that pile, I would recommend that you check it out. However, so this is your significator card for the year of 2025. And yes, money, 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 money. Okay, we are making boss moves this year. And I see that we are sitting nice and pretty. The King of Pentacles is a very stable card. So you guys might already be business owners. Intuitively, I feel like you guys are going to have a relatively smooth year. You guys might have a year that is relatively uneventful. Okay, I see here that if you guys have been making money, I feel like there's going to be an increase in financial health and financial stability over the course of the year. And I see kind of like a graph, like how you have those graphs and it's like up and then down and then up and then down. So you guys might have a little bit of a decrease, but I feel like it does trend upward for the whole year. So by the end of the year, I do see that you guys are going to have more money than you started out with. And don't we love to hear that? I feel like you guys could be healing your heart chakra with all of this green here in the back. There is an emphasis here on the heart chakra. From what I see, you guys could be looking into herbalism or eating healthy, which does seems to be a type of collective message coming out in all 3 piles. But yeah, y'all are in your bags. I really feel like a more settled and calm energy coming from this group. So you guys could be earth signs. You guys could be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Or you guys could be meeting somebody there who could be helping your financial situation even better than you have already. Because I feel like this group, you guys feel like you guys are pretty established already is the vibe that I'm getting. So let's go ahead and put this here to the side and get into your reading. Wow, it's so funny how you can just kind of like tap into different energies, because the last group was so, I don't know. It was an increase in energy for sure. Oh my God, 10 of Cups. What did I say? Established. You guys have a pretty good situation kind of going on here. 7 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, which is your significator card, Judgment, 2 of Pentacles. I'm trying to make sure I have enough space for the other cards. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Justice, ooh, Death, which does not have to necessarily be a bad card, okay, guys? Because it alternatively is called rebirth. Okay, Knight of Cups, Six of Cups, and then the Nine of Swords, which is very interesting because I was getting a pretty stable energy from the beginning. And on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Swords. All right. All right, let me have a seat for your group. Because I am kind of getting a little bit of a more, honestly, I am kind of getting a little bit of a more stable, grounded energy with this group. And you guys start off with a lot of Pentacles cards here. So let's get into it. Okay, so at the beginning of the year, we have the Ten of Cups, which is such a beautiful card. It's so lovely. You know, you have a couple here and they're sitting on a rainbow. It's a same-sex couple. So you guys could be in a same-sex relationship. If you're not, then you know, just take it how it resonates. If you're not, you're not. Okay, but I do allow room for those in the rainbow community to be here. Okay. Anyway, I keep having my eyes drawn to this bass clef here. I'm clearly a music nerd personally. I love music, and yeah, I'm a huge music nerd. And I play instruments as well. Anyway, yeah, so you guys could be getting into sound bowl healing and could be getting into maybe some type of music activity or some type of festival. I heard some type of music festival or something like that at the beginning of the year. But overall for January, you start your year off pretty emotionally content and feeling pretty stable, pretty happy. Here in the month of February, you guys could be making some type of financial investment here. You know, he's planting his seeds and watching it grow. So the Seven of Pentacles is somebody who might be somewhat a little bit impatient, but this one, like the original Seven of Pentacles, is somebody who's kind of like looking at the plant and maybe a little bit dissatisfied at what it is that he's growing. So maybe you feel like, you know, although your situation is good, maybe it could be better. And so you plant some seeds here that does seem to kind of like work out for you in the month of March, because it does seem that that is kind of like where you kind of, I heard explode, and then I heard boom right after it. So there is like a huge financial gain that you're getting at the third month mark in March. And like for Judgment here, it's interesting because I'm getting a little bit of a sense of gratitude, honestly, from this Judgment card. I feel like you're just kind of like settled and just kind of like appreciative, like to spirit, for being able to grant you with this idea and with everything that's kind of going on. I really kind of get that you're just kind of showing appreciation to the universe in whatever kind of way that you usually do. Or maybe you're kind of like getting into some new form of spirituality. And you guys could be spiritual people, but I feel like you guys are more physically motivated in this group. However, that Judgment card does seem to be very spiritually motivated, if I'm being honest. You know, like a little bit of a sense of clarity that, you know, some of the things that you have, you know, it was divinely guided. And there's a sense of appreciation is really what I'm getting from that Judgment card. So in the month of April, I don't see anything like really like kind of going on too much, even despite the fact that it's a major arcana. just feel like it's more like a reflective month for you there, and just kind of like being, I wouldn't say in your feelings, but more in your head. Definitely. You might not be going out as much, and maybe just kind of like focused on, your inner health, your inner peace. For the month of May, we have the Two of Pentacles. So there is something here that you are trying to balance. That maybe there's something that you're struggling to balance. I'm going to get all three astro dice, just kind of like see like what is it that you're balancing and why it's so difficult. You're having difficulty balancing something. Okay, so we have Mars in Cancer in the 7th house. Okay, so there might be some issues with family or something like that, or maybe balancing your home and work life is what I'm getting. Or maybe there might be some type of frustration here and trying to find balance between your work and your home life. Okay, so just be mindful of that for the month of May. And for the month of June, again, you guys are just kind of like trudging along. You guys are getting that steady growth in your income. I feel like it's a little bit of a surprise that your investment, so you guys could be investing in, I just heard like cryptocurrency, or maybe there's something in the stock market or something like that that really does have like a pretty good payout for you. So maybe you guys are like day traders or something along those lines, or yeah, something like that, where and then I just heard like investor. So maybe you guys work in like the corporate world, and maybe you guys are able to get some type of investor, or maybe some type of big account on your team or something along those lines. And it really helps you because maybe you guys are commission based, or maybe have some type of commission based career. Because here in that March, I'm not gonna lie, that the fact that your significator card came out is a big deal. All right, because that did not happen in any of the other piles. Okay, so yeah, that month of March does seem to be pretty good for you. Just be mindful of just trying to kind of like keep that in balance with your home life, because you do seem to have like a pretty good stable home life, and that does seem to kind of like be your theme here. The fact that you have you have it all, or at least you give the impression to others that you have it all. Okay, pile number 3, or you're at least working on it, and you're right on path to obtaining pretty much everything that you want, because you have to work at it, right? You have to learn how to ground yourself and to balance the things that you want versus the things that you need. And here in June, like I said, we're just kind of trudging along. In the month of July, it seems like I'm getting like some type of form of communication, maybe some type of email or text message or something, where you kind of have to respond to it pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm just getting some type of form of communication that's like pretty important, maybe to your business or something like that. Because then in the month of August, yeah, we're on August, right? August, June, July, August. Yeah, because then in August we have Justice, and I'm getting something here that's like related to legal matters. So maybe you guys were working on some type of case or something like that. Yes, so maybe you guys could be getting some type of communication about some type of legal case that you're involved in some type of way. Because like right in the month after, whatever it was that was determined here does seem to be kind of like changing your situation. It doesn't seem to be like too bad. Yeah, you do seem to be worried about something here at the end of the year, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I honestly, I don't know. I don't intuitively, I don't feel like it's connected. However, yeah, whatever legal proceedings this was that happened, it does seem to change your situation. And then here in the Knight of Cups, there does seem to be somebody kind of making a, let's be honest, like a romantic gesture here. And I think, I don't know, I think like this might be the situation that you might be concerned about. So if you guys are single, this could be somebody who is kind of coming up for you to make a romantic offer. Now, I'm being led to point out the fact that the Knight of Cups is a knight and not a king, okay? And so I remember like when I was first learning tarot, one of the descriptions that I read that is kind of coming up for me in my mind right now, so I think it's relative or related to your reading, is the fact that the Knight of Cups is immature. All right, so this is somebody who may be kind of caught up in the moment, and they might make a romantic offer, but let's be mindful that they might not be entirely committed. Okay, so like they don't come in with that energy of the Knight of Wands, you know, because the Knight of Wands comes in like with all this passion and like maybe even love bombing or something. Oh, love bombing. So, you know, the thing is, the Knight of Cups is a charmer. All right, so let's be mindful of the fact that this is somebody who is very charming. Okay, and sometimes somebody who's charming, we have to kind of look at what it is that they're saying and if their words matches their actions. Okay, so let's just be mindful of that. In the month of November, we have the Six of Cups, and you know, I'm really kind of feeling like this might kind of go back to the Ten of Cups. So you guys could be having like some time with family. You know, Thanksgiving is around the time of November, so there might be a lot of like reminiscing, maybe talking about the past with families, with friends, loved ones, and things like that. Oh, you remember how such and such and this and that. There is a random message that's kind of coming up. If some of you guys have animal spirit or maybe like a pet that you used to have, like there's that message kind of coming through that the pet is with you. So I am very sorry for your loss, but like the message is coming here that you know, if you guys were parents to fur babies, that the spirit of your fur baby is kind of coming through here. And yeah, so I feel like a sense of nostalgia. That's the word that I'm looking for. So like a sense of nostalgia or something along those lines, like in the month of November, reminiscing on the past and looking at it with like a fondness. Okay. Yeah, so this December, we have the Nine of Swords here, and I'm going to go ahead and get some clarification on that Nine of Swords, because on the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Swords. So there, you know, I can't ignore it. I can't ignore it, because the fact that the Knight of Cups is here and then a few months later we have the Nine of Swords, this Knight of Cups could be causing some anxiety, a little angst. Maybe you guys got into some type of argument or something along those lines, because here we have the Three of Swords here. And let's just get some clarifiers just to kind of like be sure. Okay, so we have Jupiter and Scorpio in the first house. Scorpio and Jupiter in the first house. So I have to be honest. Okay, so I have to be honest, because if I wasn't honest, what kind of reader would I be? But there is the message that there might be some type of secret or something along those lines that could come at the forefront and be exposed. So just be mindful of that. I'm sorry, I want to pull some more clarifiers on this. Let me pull another card. I can't leave you guys on that note, especially with the fact that you guys started off so beautifully. Like, I can't just leave you on that note. Let's just see. There's some type of secret. What secret? Ah, that's too many cards. I'm sorry. Again, well, that Three of Wands. Three of Wands? No, the Two of Wands came out, and then Strength came out. Let me just make sure that that's in the frame. Yeah, so there might be some type of plan or something like along those lines. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, so there might be some type of plan or something that you guys set into motion. Maybe there's something kind of going on with the investment, honestly, that might be stressing you out. Or maybe I did kind of mention that the Seven of Pentacles is an impatient card. So maybe you guys kind of struggle with impatience, and maybe you guys are feeling somewhat impatient about this, because I don't know, with all these birds here, it really kind of gives me the sense of like overthinking, because the fact that you guys have the Strength here, I feel like you guys are being kind of like encouraged to kind of like pull within yourselves and be strong for yourself or for your family, if you have a, you know, like an immediate family or some type of family that you created. And look and try not to isolate yourselves. So this message is also coming up as well, because maybe you guys have a tendency to isolate yourselves when you feel stressed. And then also that Scorpio energy came out as well. So yeah, so it seems like there might be some type of plan that you hadn't set in motion, and maybe you're finding out some type of information about it. Maybe that was like kind of hidden in some of the fine print. That's kind of coming up there, okay? So for the advice cards overall, you have Pele, Divine Passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Yeah, so that did kind of come up here with the Two of Pentacles. Like, what is it exactly? Where are your priorities? Like, where does that lie? You know, you might be having some anxiety about that, about trying to balance your home and your work life, you know. And also there's the message I can't help but kind of point out. Let's be careful with this Knight of Cups here, because I don't know. This Knight of Cups is giving me like somebody who is all talk and no action, if I'm being honest. Like, if they pan out, then please forgive me. But, you know, let's just keep an eye out for that, okay? 2, we have Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So yeah, I do think that you guys may be a little bit stressed out about family. The whole message of like family keeps coming up for you guys. Peace, boom. Like, this is what I feel like is being encouraged for you guys to maintain, okay? With the Strength and this Three of Cups. So peace. There is no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. Yeah, because you guys seem to be worried. You guys are ending out the year a little bit like stressed, if I'm being honest, but you're being encouraged to like dig deep within and just kind of like be strong. I'm really kind of getting that message of like inner strength for this pile. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Isis past life. This situation involves your past life memories. Oh, interesting. So maybe this Nine of Cups could be kind of triggering some type of past life situation, or maybe there is something else that's kind of like, because you seem triggered, you know, by the end of the year, you do seem triggered. But like Spirit is saying, you know, you have unconditional love. You're surrounded by unconditional love. You know, lean into that. You know, don't isolate yourself. Lean into your community, because it seems like you have a very strong and stable community. So lean into the community, lean into the people around you, and let them help you. Because I don't know, it seems like you guys kind of tend to do things alone, but you know, you got to bring that into balance and let people help you sometimes. Okay, pile number 3. So that's all the messages that I'm getting for you. Leave a like, comment, share the video if you feel the need to do so. Not need, but if you want to. Okay. Or better yet, even subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up. And also, like, if you feel like trauma dumping in the comment section, like, do that. I highly encourage it. Let us know about your situation. Like, you know, I want to build a community where we can, you know, like, be open and honest and talk about some of the situations that we go through. And I feel like this pile would really benefit from that, and just having that sense of community and camaraderie with other people. Because, you know, I mean, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to do it on your own. Just like reach out and let us know what's going on. Okay. So yeah, if you guys have anything slick to say to them, your comment will be deleted. I just want you to know. Okay. So like, feel free to be open in the comment section as much as you like. Save this video and come back to it at a later date just to see how it's resonating. And check up periodically and see how it's moving along. I want to know, you know, because these yearly readings are big. It's a you know, 12 months is a long time to predict. But yeah, I just want to know how that resonates, and I will talk to you shortly. Bye.